All right, we are going.
What's up, buddy?
So it's D Lane Arts. That
D-Lane Arts.
all right.
There's a lot of mispronunciations of my name, but very few creators actually get it right.
You get
I've actually had Soldier Boy actually shout me out in his live or whatever. Like I dropped some money on his live stream, and he's like, "Delaney Arts, yo, shout out Delaney Arts." I'm like, dude, you're butchering my name, but dude, you're a legend. The fact that you even said it is fine.
bro. His stream is something else. Like I watched that highlight where he was going off about his Lambo truck and all this stuff. And I was cracking up, man.
He's funny, dude. He's funny.
Yeah. Is there like a story behind your name? Like, is there anything
Well, I
specific?
actually before I started making videos and stuff, like I made like digital art and I made like videos and stuff. Not really comedy videos, but I did like video editing, music videos actually. And I made custom clothing. Anyway, I just was always called D Lane when I was a kid, in like middle school and high school. So D Lane was my nickname, and I did art. So D Lane Arts is kind of where that spawned from.
Okay, makes sense. How long
Mhm.
have you how long you been doing TikTok? Cause you like blew past me. You're at like 4 million
I'm
something now,
trying
right?
to think of like when I did it. Like probably a year and a half ago. Like I must be pushing 2 years. When did you start?
April of last year.
Okay.
So about a
I
year and a
think
half as well.
I think it was like last summer if I remember. Um, but yeah, it's been a wild ride, man. TikTok is crazy. I love it though.
Yeah, I've been seeing your content for a long time. I probably should have reached out a long time ago. So I apologize for that. But your
No,
stuff's
no
funny, man.
worries, man. I'm glad we've connected, dude. I really like your content as well.
Thanks, man.
You and you and your son or little man, like he's so funny. Like you guys are just a great trio.
Thanks, man. Yeah, poor kid's sick right now. He's got a cold. It's not
Oh,
COVID,
really?
at least,
Oh,
but
that's
he's got
good.
yeah, he's just got like a really bad like runny nose and sneezing, congested.
Oh, that sucks.
Um, but yeah, no, I had seen your stuff for a while. I kept seeing do you mainly do Fortnite stuff? Is that but you do a lot of other
That's
stuff too,
kind of
right?
like I mean, when I started TikTok, I didn't even do Fortnite videos. I did like actually I did like dark humor videos and stuff, and like I got a lot of videos like banned and stuff. And so I kind of like cut back on that, and the way I got into Fortnite, I kind of just made this like I had this idea one night to like come up with this like grandma character, and I just made a skit. It really went well for me. It was my first video ever to hit 1 million views, and I'm like, I'm gonna run with this. You know what I mean? I love Fortnite. It's not like an act. Like I really do love Fortnite, but yeah, Granny just like popped off one day, and dude, I just been doing it ever since. And yeah, I love it. I love Fortnite, and I'm very blessed to have the fan base that I have today.
Right on, man. Yeah, had recently seen the skit where you were playing Fortnite. And grandma comes in and she's like, you've been playing Fortnite for 17 hours straight.
That was one of that was one of my first videos. Like I went that old TV setup that I had. That's where I used to stream. I had this like 60-inch TV. It was a really nice TV too. LED, like the whole shebang. And then I just had this like PS4 camera, and I just streamed from a PS4 camera on my PS4 and gamed on that TV. But yeah, I actually got hacked, unfortunately. Probably like 7 months ago, I lost all my old videos. So I've been
Damn.
posting a lot of like old content because I wanna post it up there. I want people to see it. I worked hard on it, and I lost a lot of traction on my page, but I think I'm back to normal now.
That
But
sucks.
yeah, yeah, it's like I don't know who did it, what caused someone to do that, but um, I've backed up everything like security wise. Like I'm on a different phone that's not even under my name connected to my TikTok. So there's no way someone's gonna
Gotcha.
hack me again. So,
Okay.
um,
Well, that's good. At least you made some countermeasures now. Speaking of,
right,
so I was
exactly.
gonna say, speaking of security stuff, what do you think about this whole Twitch breach thing? It's pretty crazy.
Pretty Yeah, I changed my stream key. They emailed me this morning and they're like, yeah, it's probably a wise move to just change your stream keys and all that. So
Yeah, I
yeah, it's
changed mine right
crazy,
away.
man. I'm just glad that none of our personal information. Well, hopefully none of our personal information was leaked.
Yeah, I mean, they said that billing information might be in there and stuff like that. That a lot of it's
Jeez.
encrypted, but if somebody, sold it, like, and
Right.
somebody really wanted to use it, they could get it. But,
It's just insane, like how all these big companies are getting breached like so easily. Like T-Mobile has been hacked like 2 times this year already, or maybe once, but it's insane. Like, how do these hackers do this stuff? It's
yeah.
crazy.
And they made a website that was called like Twitch earnings leaderboard, and
Yeah,
it's taken down now. But you could literally go on there and search yourself up, and it would tell you exactly how much money you've made since like the data goes back to whatever month of 2019. So I was like 2,000 something on there, rank for like earnings. But like you go look at
dude,
the
that's
top
awesome.
streamers. I mean, I was like, I didn't think I was that high on there, but at the same time, it's like it's not that surprising. Like people can just do the math,
Yeah,
It's not
like
that.
seeing those top 10 people, how much money they make a month.
Like,
Like, dude, I would kill to make that in my lifetime. Like, Jesus, that's
yeah.
insane.
Well, because they had like the total earnings, right? And for some, like the top 10, they were all like 9 million something dollars total since 2019. So, and
Okay,
like,
so that was since 2019.
yeah, so it
Okay.
was like 3 years worth of money, but still, that's $3 million a year.
Oh,
Just
I thought that was monthly. I'm like,
no,
what the
that'd be
heck?
insane. That'd
Bro,
be
is that even
insane.
possible? Like,
That'd be like top 0.1% or something like that, making that much money. No, they
at least it's mostly gamers. It's not like
yeah,
hot tub streaming girls. You know what I mean? It's
that's
mostly
true.
like Tfue and stuff, like real gamers, which is good.
Yeah, I
But
think XQC is like number 2.
yeah,
Guys making so
I don't
much
even
money.
remember who's number one.
It's somebody I don't know if it's even like a US streamer. It might be a foreign language streamer.
Probably, yeah. I
But
didn't. I wanted to. Well, I expected Aiden Ross to be at least like top 20. I didn't even see his name on the list at all.
he's pretty new. I think
Yeah,
it's because he's
true.
so
Okay,
new.
right,
Yeah,
right.
doesn't have that long of a track record. But he's probably still in like the top, like 250 or something.
Oh, absolutely. That's
Uh,
crazy.
yeah, it was just interesting to see that and think that that's literally only like bits and subs though. Like that doesn't count donations. That doesn't count
Oh,
sponsorships. Nothing,
Oh
dude.
my god, man.
So that you should
Yeah,
probably double that number.
that's literally insane, man. Oh my god. That'd be so much pressure just like playing anything or even just being in front of all those people live. Like
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
I mean,
I
I did a charity stream and I had like 10,000 people watching, and I was like, that doesn't seem real, man.
Dude, that's like nerve-wracking. That's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
it was weird.
So how many days a week do you stream? I feel like you have like the craziest work ethic like with streaming.
I'll be honest, dude. My stream has kind of fallen off. I just don't. I stream when I can, when I want. Like I just don't have the time to stream like 5-6 hours a day anymore with everything else going on. So
Yeah, it's a crazy process. What like I was grinding Twitch for a while and I just got discouraged with like fluctuating viewership and like not getting partner. And it was just like, do I even really want this bad? And it's like
exactly, that's how I
I
thought.
didn't really I just like don't really want it that bad. But I do enjoy streaming, doing customs with my fans and stuff. I'm never gonna quit streaming, but I just don't have the desire to just do it every single day, like acting like Tommy and stuff. Like some of those guys that are doing it every single day. It's like, dude, I got a lot of respect to those guys. It's a
Yeah,
grind, man. It takes like after 1 3-hour stream, I'm like, bro, I need to go on vacation. Like take a hot bath or something, like sit in the jacuzzi for like 6 hours. I am done.
Have you done a 24-hour stream before?
No
Oh, dude,
way.
I've done like 4 or 5 of them at this point. I haven't done one in a while because the PC I had before this was kind of struggling. Like I didn't want to kill it by doing like a 24-hour stream, just running it into the ground. But I finally got a new PC, so I'm probably gonna do it next weekend.
May I ask, like, what do you have in your build?
No, that's private. No, I'm just kidding. Like, you mind if I ask? Yeah, dude. I got a 3080 and a Ryzen 9 5900X, and that's coming from a 1080 Ti and a 3900X. So pretty beefy upgrade. I still want a 3080 Ti though. I liked having a Ti titanium.
3080 Ti is like the performance that much of an upgrade, or
it's really not. Like it's definitely like cost performance boost. Not it's really just a flex. And I mean the you can sell it for a lot. They go for like $2,000 right now.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got a 3070. I got i7 10700. Just some random motherboard. It's a pre-built. Like a 24-hour stream. Who knows if my computer could handle it?
I think it can. Yeah, it would handle it. When I say that I don't know if mine could handle it, it's literally like fans were malfunctioning and stuff like that. Like I was worried about the PC staying cool for that long.
That's what I would have a problem with. It gets hot. Yeah.
But it's a pre-built.
My airflow sucks. So
maybe you just need a different case.
Yeah, I have a 011 dynamic. I know that airflow is terrible in that as well, or not terrible, but not very good. But I just like the aesthetic of it. I just want to build in there.
Yeah, I don't even I haven't updated anything like spec wise on my stream or anything. I've been busy, but I still haven't. I also haven't downloaded like the software that I need, or I think there's something that I installed that has like a remote attached to it, so I can change the lights on the PC. So it's still just like party strobing right now. But
I like that microphone arm that you have.
Thanks. Yeah, I went ahead and got the exact same mic setup that Joe Rogan uses for his podcast. So it's the same mic and the same boom.
That's clean, and that's the Shure SM7B.
And it's like about to fall off my desk.
I actually bought the Blue Compass not long ago, and I was like, dude, I gotta like upgrade here. I have what is this thing called? The Rode PSA-1, and I love the PSA-1. And I brought the Blue Compass home from Best Buy one day, and I set it up, and I hated it.
Really?
Like the maneuverability of it. It just seemed so stiff, and like I couldn't get the weight right. It just like wouldn't go down all the way. Like this PSA-1, I don't know. I don't think I'll ever change from it, honestly. It kind of looks crappy, but I love the way it feels.
Yeah, I mean the only reason why this one looks the way it does is because they put the XLR cable inside of it, so it's like a tube instead of just like a straight up like metal bar.
It's clean. Yeah. It's clean. So what games do you play? Like, what are your favorite games to play?
Definitely first-person shooters, but if something wacky comes out, I usually try it,
Have you tried New World?
I have not. So, like, the other thing is, right now I stream for like an hour and a half, 2 hours max at a time, unless I'm doing something special, which I haven't in a while. And so something like New World, it's just so grindy, I just don't have time for it.
Yeah, you could be on there. The people that play that game, like big MMOs like that, I mean, you could be locked in for like 10 hours at a time. It's just crazy.
Yeah, I got a family. If I got into something like that, I would totally neglect them,
Throw away your life.
Just lock the door.
Oh my god, dude. True, man.
Yeah,
I'm really big into Diablo 2. That's probably my biggest addiction right now. Diablo 2 Resurrected. That and the obvious Fortnite. I play like FIFA every once in a while. What else do I play? Rocket League. Rocket League's so hard though.
Dude, I got so discouraged when I played that for the first time. I was like,
dude,
this is way harder
than it
looks.
You hop on Rocket League for the first time and like you score like 5 goals because you're against like noobs and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you start like winning games and then getting matched up with like better players, and it's like, wow, I'm
Sweats.
so insignificant. Like I am terrible at this game.
Yeah,
Oh man.
the skill that people have in that game is crazy.
Right.
There's a couple of TikTokers that I've watched, like Flash 4000. His TikToks are literally tutorials on how to like dribble and all this stuff like that with the ball and do all this crazy stuff. I'm just like, bro,
Right.
I don't. I just try to get the ball in the goal. I don't even know how to do that.
Right? How they do like the 360s, or like they're constantly turning and like
Yeah, like
angling their
crazy stuff.
impossible.
Yeah,
I kind of gave up on it, honestly. Like I feel like it's one of those games. It's kind of like Fortnite, dude. Unless you're like grinding that game like many hours a week, you're just gonna fall behind the whole like the player base. Everyone's advancing constantly because they're always on the game. If you don't stay up to date, like with your, the right practicing type techniques and stuff, you're just gonna fall behind. I just play Fortnite for fun at this point.
same here.
I know I'm never gonna be good, so it's just like I just accepted it.
I like barely even build.
Yeah.
I'm just shooting. People would be like, "Why don't you build?" And I'd be like, "Dude, it would literally it would get me killed. I would get myself killed trying to build something because I would like put myself out in the open. I'd like block myself from safety instead of like build safety."
I feel you. I love watching good Fortnite players though.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
It's the most satisfying thing to see, like a kid just doing crazy mechanics, retakes, and like triple edits, all that. It's like, oh my gosh, man, I wish I was that good.
Yeah,
but
it's something. Like I play with viewers all the time when I play Fortnite, and so some of the people I get matched up with, I'm just spectating them because I'm dead, and they're just doing this crazy stuff.
Dude, me too.
I'm just like, bro, this is crazy, and then they clutch it,
It's all younger kids too, because they have all the time in the world. It's so unfair. It's like I can't even practice that long. They're in creative like 8 hours a day. That's like their full-time job, so they're all cracked.
Bro, you might have seen it. I got a Switch for the family like a while back.
Nice.
And so I got Fortnite for little man, and I tried playing Fortnite on there, and I was like, bro, now anytime I see a kid doing really well and he's playing on a Switch, I'm like, that's crazy skill, because the controls on a Switch without like the Pro controller is terrible.
It's near impossible.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how they do it.
Yeah, they have to be using like a different controller.
Yeah, I'm actually getting a Switch soon. My friend's getting the new like OLED one, so he's gonna sell me his V2. And dude, I'm looking forward to it. Like Smash, all the Pokemon games, like those. I miss all the Nintendo titles so much.
Yeah, those are really fun.
Mario Kart. Like
I
used to play that with my friends all the time. Even Wii, like I was really into Wii U. Wii U is actually one of my favorite systems ever.
Oh, Wii U.
Yeah. I don't think it really did good with sales and stuff, but that was a really good system.
I'm surprised the original Wii did as well as it did, because that was a bad. It was a bad.
It's all
console.
boomers, dude. It's all boomers doing their workouts in their living room.
Yeah.
You know.
I remember trying to play because I was super into shooters, so I remember I had a 360 and we had a Wii, and I tried playing World at War on the Wii, and it was just like I had the little
with the Wii controller.
They had like a little gun thing like that held the controller, so you can hold it like a gun, and like I would like turn to shoot somebody and it would just start spinning, and I'm just like, bro, how do I do this? This is impossible.
Dude, that would be a hilarious TikTok video or a YouTube video, like you trying to like get a dub like on Wii or something.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Near impossible too, probably.
So you're on the East Coast? Right?
Yeah. Yep,
what state?
To be honest, like I don't really want to talk about like whereabouts, like where exactly I live. Like I'm just kind of like sketched out about like giving out too much of my personal information, but I live in like the Northeast.
Okay, the Northeast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like colder area, huh?
Colder weather? It gets cold in the winter for sure. and we get a lot of snow.
Damn.
But
Yeah, we get a little bit of snow here in Albuquerque, but
yeah,
more than I thought. Like I didn't think it was gonna snow as much as it did here, and we showed up right in December, so it was just starting to get really cold.
Yeah, it must get hot in the summer, huh?
It does, but I'm from Arizona, so I'm used to it being like 120 degrees in the summer, and here it gets to like high 90s, maybe above 100 during like a heat wave. You know, so it's not as bad as my hometown.
It's pretty much the same around here. It just fluctuates like so crazy. Like one day it will be 50 degrees, and then like 2 days after it'll be like 78. It's like, what the heck? Just decide what the weather is. Come on, man. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you put on shorts and then you go outside and it's like it's snowing out.
Yeah. So you said you started TikTok about 1.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I saw you got a YouTube, but it's like a different name, right?
Yeah, so Goated Gang. I wanted to create, well, I guess I still technically have like a gaming team like for Fortnite and stuff. But I want my YouTube channel, well, that YouTube channel to be like to eventually encompass like all the games that I play. And I just want that to be like kind of my brand name, that my fan base kind of knows like Goated Gang, what that is and stuff. So I don't know. I was thinking about maybe changing it because, like, I feel like people probably search me on YouTube and are looking for D-Lane Arts, and they might not be able to find me. But I have all the like keywords and stuff like tied to D-Lane Arts with that page, so they shouldn't have a problem finding me. But I also have another YouTube page that I used to go to concerts and just film like live footage and stuff. And I did a couple of vlogs and stuff. That's my like main, or not main, but D-Lane Arts like personal YouTube. But I want to start doing that stuff. Like I like gaming content and stuff, but I want to like expand and do all different types of stuff eventually.
Yeah, my YouTube is kind of all over the place as well. Like I don't like I started off in like the gaming niche on TikTok, but it's definitely kind of like expanded to like, you know, like all kinds of stuff, family, food.
I like that.
Stuff.
Yeah, and I applaud you for doing that because like the algorithm for both, well, pretty much all the platforms, it seems like they really just want you to hyper focus on one thing, and like it really can distort your views if like you don't post all the same thing on that platform. And it's like kind of discouraging when like you want to go outside your niche and try, oh, I'm gonna do like a eating video, and it doesn't get as many views as your old videos, so it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not gonna do that anymore. But I think I just want to stop worrying about the views and just be myself and just do whatever I want. So I applaud you for doing that, man.
Thanks, man. But as far as streaming goes, when did you start that?
Streaming pretty much like after I started picking up on TikTok.
Okay, so
everyone wanted to play and stuff. I used to go like live on TikTok, like just putting my phone up to the screen type stuff, and like yeah, I figured out how to stream on my PS4, and you know, I got a PS4 cam, and I think it was like after I hit like 500,000 followers maybe on TikTok. I don't even know when that was. That was probably my first stream on Twitch. Actually, no, I streamed on YouTube before I streamed on Twitch. I used to do YouTube streams, but I don't know. I think Twitch is better for Twitch is definitely the best for streaming.
Yeah, at least as of right now, yeah.
As of right now, right?
Yeah, we'll see.
I think TikTok could be really big though. If they were to incorporate like desktop like viewing for the viewers.
Yeah.
And have like subscriptions and stuff, that could be big.
Yeah, because right now, like I think live gifts, they take 66% of what you get from live gifts now.
On TikTok?
Yeah,
wow.
It went up.
It used to be 50, right?
Yeah, it used to be 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, they need some money to pay for that creator fund.
The creator fund is like its own thing. They got that money from somewhere else.
That's got to be dwindling down to nothing at this point. Like, how much did they get for that? Like, it's not like a reoccurring. Like, Yeah.
It was a pretty crazy amount of money, but
You think about like the big creators, like whatever, Bryce Hall, all those people, like if they're in the creator fund, how long could that creator fund even last?
I don't know.
Like,
I think if you've got a certain amount of followers, I bet you TikTok has like made some deal with you, so they don't even like worry about the creator fund for them anymore. Like they just get a paid amount every year. If I had to, or
true,
every
it's probably
month.
like a salary type thing.
Yeah, like you think Charlie D'Amelia's over there like
Like imagine Bella
messing
Poarch
with the
on
creator
there, like
fund? Yeah, dude,
you make like a
Bella Poarch is killing it, man, with her music videos and stuff. Like I was shocked, dude. I was like, these are
it's
actually pretty good.
it's really cool what she's done because like, you know, when she first started blowing up, it's like, oh, she just nods her head. She doesn't really do anything. But now she's coming out with this good music and like showing her ranges of talent, and I'm
Yeah.
proud of her. It's really cool that she's done that.
Yeah, seeing those big content creators do something with their following, you know, whether it's, you know,
It's
become a
good to see.
musician. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen some of them, you know, you see some of them attempting to do acting and stuff like that. I don't know.
Right.
We'll
We
see.
won't name anyone in
Yeah.
specific, but yeah. But yeah, I know what you mean, dude. It's like there's a lot of people on the app, you know, that I don't really know how to put it without saying like being like sounding like politically incorrect, but I feel like some people just don't even really deserve the
Got in early.
whatchamacallit, the exposure that they're getting. I couldn't think of the word.
I got what you're
It's
saying. Yeah.
ridiculous.
I mean, I definitely think when I got on back in April, it was still kind of like the gold rush, and now it's kind of like, don't get me wrong,
It's more hard. It's harder now.
it's hard to get followers. It's really
Yeah.
hard to get followers now. Like it takes a
True.
lot to get people to click follow. And it definitely seems more like your video either blows up or it just struggles now. Like it's one or the other. Whereas before, I could post like 10 times a day and people would watch all of them because they would literally, it was like there was no limit to how many videos they would put on the For You page that you had posted that day. Whereas
Right,
now
bro, I remember that.
they kind of fight each other now because there's
Mhm.
a billion people on there now. But
Exactly. There's just so many people on the platform. They can't just put everything on the For You
Yeah.
page.
um,
One thing I've like noticed about the algorithm now is like I feel like if it doesn't start like catching on in the first 2 hours, it's just like it's not going to go.
yeah,
It's weird. That's how I feel about it, but like again, I try not to look at the views too much anymore.
oh, dude, so
It's just
demotivating.
it really is, man. It takes over your light, like your whole brain, the way you think. It's just like, oh my God, like the views. It's like I hate thinking about that, but it's hard not to when like this is basically our living. So
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely it's hard to social media in general. It's just it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to not obsess about numbers because it's
right,
what drives everything is the numbers. But
right,
I got the mindset that, you know, this stuff's not gonna last forever, so that's why I'm pursuing. I shouldn't say pursuing. I became an actor because I wanted to do something with it while I can, you know. And if I
That's
can,
awesome.
if I can manage to be somewhat successful with the acting, then it'll fuel back into everything else after the fact, you know.
yeah.
So that's my main focus right now. I'm taking 2 classes at a time right now. I got like a workshop this weekend with this big LA casting director who's going to be giving us feedback on these like mock audition tapes. So, but
Cool.
I'm getting my first headshots tomorrow, and then all I have to do is just, you know, put my resume together and I can start auditioning for whatever now. So,
Right. So in your classes, do they do like a lot of like improv and stuff? Like,
Mhm.
oh, here's this like type of character you have to play. Like, okay, play it in front of everyone.
sometimes it's just a word. Be like apple.
Yeah.
And then you and this other person have to like make a scene out of just the word apple.
That's cool. That would be a good
Yeah.
experiment
It's
to like practice.
I mean, it's simpler than you would think. Like, if you've never done it before, you'd probably overthink it because that's what I did. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I don't know what to do. You know, I'm like, hi, whatever. You know, like no, you got to start with
Right.
like, you can't. One thing you don't want to do is you don't want to ask questions. That's like super advanced improv, I guess. So you don't want to ask questions because you straight up like put the other person on the spot, and it just kind of ruins the conversation. And you don't want to say no to anything, you know?
Okay.
Because if you say no, it's just like stopping the conversation. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to, you know, however you want to let the audience know who you are to the other person, like what your relationship is, like, are you brother, sister, father, son, just a stranger, whatever, where you are and what you're doing. And you usually start with like an activity. So like if the word was farm, you might be, I don't know, driving a tractor or like throwing hay bales or something, you know?
Right.
But a lot of it is really just getting over the fear of embarrassing yourself. Once you get past that, like, I mean, you see with your skits, man. I mean, you just...
Dude, that's everything, bro. Once you break that barrier and just stop worrying about what people think about you, like, that's when you can really start progressing, especially as an actor, but like
in anything,
more so as a content creator. Yeah, anything. True, anything. Professional career, anything.
Family. So some people let their family control their lives, man.
Right,
it's crazy,
right.
Because they care so much what they think.
It's crazy. It's crazy. That's funny that you say that because I sometimes feel like that with my own family. It's like my family, they support me and stuff, but like they still don't get it. They don't get this, like, you can actually make a living off this stuff. They don't know that like people are out there making TikToks, making millions of dollars. It's possible.
Yeah.
They don't get it yet. It's like, get a job, you know?
Yeah, I think
get a real job.
For real. I mean, some of the followers will say that all the time. I don't know if you get comments like that. Get a real job.
Yeah. Yep. I've gotten a lot of negative comments, especially being in the Fortnite community. There's a lot of haters, but...
All right, so this is probably going to end up as a TikTok because I usually take a clip and put it on TikTok. But the big question I got for you, is Fortnite dead?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
It's far from dead.
That's what I'm saying.
Dead.
So,
in my personal opinion, I don't think Fortnite will ever die. And that's just what I think. Because like the way I think about it is like every time a person leaves the game, there's another 5-year-old or 9-year-old that's coming onto the... I'm dead serious, bro.
It's true.
There's another kid coming on and trying the game for the first time, and they're like, this is the best thing I've ever tried in my entire life. And literally experiencing this current season as I experienced it in Season 2, Chapter 1, and felt like, oh my God, there will be nothing like this ever again. And they're experiencing that right now and feeling the same way. Yeah. So it's just like, it's just a recycling type thing, you know what I mean? Like a person leaves, another kid just comes in. So I don't think it's ever gonna die.
Oh, if you think about it, there's more kids coming along. Like the population's growing, right?
Exactly, dude. And there's creative, there's building, there's shooting. It's all these games, these types of like genres like mixed into one, like Minecraft, Apex. There's all elements of all these different games meshed into one. Yeah. So it's just like it caters to so many different audiences.
It does. Yeah.
I love Fortnite.
Yeah. So all the people in the comments saying Fortnite's dead. Imagine playing a dead game. It's not dead, man. Like if Fortnite's dead.
Gaming is dead.
Yeah, gaming is dead. Like, look at all the other games that are under it. Yeah.
Facts.
Makes no sense. But I mean, I definitely think the community has as a whole has kind of lost its, I don't know what you want to say.
Oh, don't get me wrong. It's definitely fallen off in a sense of like, it's not as hype as it used to be.
Yeah,
like,
the
it's
hype
not
is kind of,
Yeah. But that happens with every game. Mm-hmm. What game that's been around for 4 years or whatever, 3 years, however long it's been around, has not lost hype?
Yeah, but
odds lost hype. Apex is actually gaining hype, I think. But
yeah, I think so. Every time they do something, I feel like it.
But there will be a time where Apex loses hype. It's like it's just a natural cycle of every game. I don't think it will ever, not be like that.
And I also think the bigger the hype, the more as a community you feel it when it starts to lose that hype, because It's like cranked up to 11, all of a sudden now it's like a 5. You
Yeah,
know,
the euphoria of like Fortnite in its peak, tilted towers, all that stuff. It's like you literally can't top it. It hasn't been topped in gaming yet, in my opinion. Like Fortnite in its peak has yet to be beat. Like I don't think there's any feeling from any other game that will match, Fortnite OG Fortnite, like season 1 through 4. It's like
yeah,
so yeah, obviously the fall off is gonna be a lot harder, but
bigger they are, the harder they fall. Yeah,
exactly right.
but I mean, I don't. I think if they brought back like the old map, like everybody wants, I think there would be a lot of hype around that. And I feel like maybe they're keeping that in their back pocket, like they're waiting for the right time to do it, because they know that it's going to create hype again. Not as much
It's
hype,
it's
but
it's it's weird. I have like mixed feelings about bringing back the old map, but I think elements of the old map, like in chapter 1 or like the early, like, seasons 1 through 4 map, I think that they should bring elements of it back, like certain like big locations, like tilted towers and stuff, and maybe change it up a little bit, add some new features as well. But at the end of the day, a lot of people hate Fortnite for the sweats. It's not for like the new map. It's not for the weapons and stuff. They just hate getting clapped by 9-year-olds that are cranking 90s like at the speed of light. It's not, anything that Epic's doing wrong. It's just like, dude, they fell behind in the curve of like, you know, skill level. That's
yeah,
really all it is. It's discouraging getting in there and like getting clapped 24/7, but that's going to happen with any game. Any skill level game like Apex, these games aren't easy. None of these games you're gonna go in and just win every game. So it's like, just get rid of that. That's gone. Like bots are gone. Like maybe when a new game comes out, you'll have that euphoria of like, oh nice, like I'm not like the worst player. But 3 weeks go by, there's gonna be sweats. So
do you think there'll ever be a Fortnite 2 or like a sequel?
that's an interesting question. Like honestly,
I don't think
I
it'd
don't
be
think there's
anytime
any
soon.
reason for it, but
Well, I mean,
maybe
like a
if
new
there was
engine
like
and
some
stuff,
virtual reality Fortnite, maybe like who
bro.
knows?
You gotta hammer the build the
I
barriers.
think I gotta draw the line at that. Like once we get like actually the Oculus. Have you ever played the Oculus?
Yeah,
I think that the sword like drum game or whatever where you hit
Beat
the
Saber.
Beat Saber. I think that type of stuff is really fun and will probably be like the new type of gaming, obviously one day, but I don't think I ever want to go past like keyboard and mouse and controller gaming. Like that's like
Yeah,
I don't know, too much for me.
I had
Virtual reality.
I think once virtual reality gets to the point where it really feels like you're going and like living like another life, that's when things change. But right now, it's just
That's when people just quit their life and they're just doing that. They're
yeah,
living in their virtual life rather than their real
yeah.
life.
They're like starving, but at least I got the virtual world.
They're like, yeah, they're caring more about the food in the game than the food in the real
Yeah,
life.
yeah. Now I had an Oculus for a while. I ended up giving it to my dad because I just didn't have the room for it in the apartment I had at the time.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it was just it. It felt like it was gonna become a big thing, and then it kind of died a little bit. And it's like, oh, it'll come back eventually. It's just it's not there yet. Like there's not enough games for it. And
And
then
there's no multiplayer, right? Like you can't
no,
play
there's
against other
multiplayer.
people, right?
Yeah, there was
Oh,
a
okay.
there was like this Western game I played where it was like a bunch of like mini games, and that was against other people. And like I would like look, and some guys like looking at me and just start shooting me, or something,
Wow.
it
That's
was
crazy. I've never played anything like that
yeah, multiple
on Oculus,
VR
at least.
chat. VR chat. There's a ton of people.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
VR chat.
that's
I've seen
crazy.
some stuff like that. It's kind of like it looks like Roblox or something, but you're actually just like talking with other people, like like you'll. It's kind of like what is it? Proximity chat, right?
Yeah,
Like you'll get within like a certain proximity of someone, and you can actually start talking to them.
yeah, and you can pretty much be whatever you want. So like, I
That's
mean,
cool.
I don't know if you've seen those. There's a lot of videos where people are at like a club and there's like somebody on stage doing comedy or something or singing. You know, people are like, "Whoa,
Yeah,
get off the stage!" You know. So
that's
that's
crazy.
that's cool. Like, I feel like that's as close as we've come to having like a virtual world where people actually go like just hang out. You know.
Right.
And it's, I mean, the graphics are terrible. It's super sandboxy looking, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the other thing is, I mean, now they've gotten to the point where there's not a lot of cables. But when I got my Oculus, I had cables running all over the place, you know, with the
Right.
sensors and stuff. And so I think now that the cables have gone away, the biggest thing is making like your FOV is like
Yeah.
the goggles don't actually have the same FOV that you have in like real life. So like it still looks like you're looking at a screen. But eventually
Oh,
it'll
okay.
get to the point where it's gonna
It's
look just
immersive.
like
Yeah.
it's gonna look like real life with the way that the goggles are set up. And so I think once that happens, and not only that, they're just gonna get, you know, more affordable as time goes on. Because when I got
Yeah,
mine, it was like $400.
like a horror type games where you're just like fully immersed. That would be really scary. Like
Yeah,
wicked good graphics and stuff. That would be cool.
yeah. I've seen a lot of. I'm sure you've seen a lot of TikToks where it's somebody in some VR world and they're like throwing pots and pans and stuff and hitting dummies and like
Yeah.
those are all those games where it's to like test build and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
it's cool seeing the stuff they're doing, but nothing's really been made out of it yet, you know?
Yeah.
So who knows though?
Yeah, it's new technology. You
Yeah,
know, it'll probably take years before we see like a finished product that's like, you know,
everybody starts doing it. Yeah.
right, exactly.
That'll be crazy when everybody finally jumps on that, man. Like that's gonna be wild.
No one's gonna leave the house. It's gonna be people just locked in with their Oculuses or whatever the system is at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I feel like it's still like quarantine. You know what I mean? Gaming, like ever since like the first like quarantine or whatever, and like COVID hit, I feel like gaming has just been like on the rise. More people are gaming now than they were, you know, two
Yeah.
or 3 years ago. It's
Yeah,
just always
definitely.
going up.
I've seen a lot of people saying that gaming isn't the same anymore, which is weird. Like I haven't looked into it too much, but there's a lot of people who say that like gaming has changed as a whole. Um, like I don't know if they mean like the certain type of games that were popular back then, like wouldn't be popular now. Maybe, you know, like
Yeah, there hasn't been that like one game like Fortnite when it first came out that like
yeah,
changed the world. Like, you know what I mean? It hasn't.
I'm sure it'll happen
I
again
guess I
though.
can understand what they're. Yeah, I can understand what they're saying, but I saw you trying the beta for Battlefield. How do you like it?
When there's a like a hurricane happening, it's fun. But other than that, I was like, it was super disappointing because it was just the one map, the one game mode. When you're in the menu, it's literally just play or quit, like maybe options too, I think. But like, there's nothing else to do in that beta. So I was almost like, why did they even release this? Like, it kind of just blue
Right.
balls you. Like, it doesn't really like give you anything. You know, you just like, oh well, I just want the full game now. Like
Right.
this feels like I just dipped my pinky toe in. You know.
But it was good enough to, you know,
Oh,
for
it
you to
was.
feel like, oh, I definitely want this.
I mean, I'm gonna play it either way. I just, you know, I don't. At
Right.
this point, I don't care. I just, you know, I write it off. Whatever. You know, I just
Yeah.
play it, try it. If I really,
Right.
I want to fall in love with the game so much that I'll want to make content. You know, and I'll want to just play nothing else. I would love for that to happen, but nothing has done that for me since Warzone did when it was first popular. You know, um, I
Dude,
haven't
I
had
remember
anything.
Battlefield 1, dude. That used to be my game. That used to be my main game, Battlefield 1. I think people still play it. There's probably tons of people that still play that game, but
Yeah, more
that
people.
was a great game.
I believe more people play Battlefield 1 than they do Battlefield 5.
Yep.
So, I didn't even touch Battlefield 5, so.
I did, but it kind of got old a little bit quicker than I hoped. It
Hmm.
was just like that couple weeks of grinding with your friends, and then it was just like,
Yeah. What
no, I don't really care anymore.
but the biggest thing that disappointed me about the beta was that it was so buggy, man. Like you would see like jets flying around, and they would like skip in the air.
Really?
It was really bad, really poorly optimized. And that was on my beefy ass PC. I can't imagine what it was like trying to play it on console.
Right? Oh god.
Yeah.
That game, what is it? 100 gigs just for the
That beta was only 17 gigs because it was the one map. But there's supposed to be like 12 maps or something, so it's going to be pretty massive.
It's going to be huge.
What I'm excited
need to upgrade my storage.
Oh, yeah, I saw you say that. Yeah, you commented that. You're like, I need another SSD.
For real, dude.
I'm really excited to see how that hazard zone mode turns out, because it's supposed to be like Tarkov, where like you go in, try to loot up and escape, you know, kill everybody you see. But if, you know, you can only bring in stuff that you found in the hazard zone to use as gear. So like when you start off, you're only going to have like a pistol. But then, you know, you go run some, like to me, if they could pull it off, like that might kill Tarkov, because the biggest thing that Tarkov has against it is how hardcore it is. Like there's just a lot of people look at it and they're like, bro, there's like all, like just to heal yourself, there's like 100 different ways to do it. And like, it's super complicated. So
yeah, right.
I feel like if they can find a good middle ground, like it'll blow up, like that mode specifically. So I'm excited to see how they do it, because the maps are massive.
I'm definitely getting that game. Like I'm excited. There's just a new game coming out.
Yeah,
and it hasn't been. Battlefield 5 came out how long ago? I feel like it's been forever. Like
might have been 2 years.
Oh, okay.
I think it was 2 years. Yeah. Because I remember Doc playing the Battle Royale, and he was like, this Battle Royale sucks. He was so mad. Firestorm or whatever it was called. Yeah.
Firestorm? What is that? That's the name of a game?
That was the Battlefield 5 Battle Royale that like nobody played.
Oh, okay.
Firestorm, yeah.
Firestorm. Dude, so have you tried every single flavor of G Fuel?
There's a few that have been vaulted and since then not re-released that I haven't tried. Yeah. But like if I had to put a number on it, I think I've probably tried like 95% of them.
That's insane.
But I mean, just counting them right here, there's like 65 flavors on my shelf. So it's a ridiculous amount.
At Miami Nights one, that's probably the next one that I'm gonna buy. I want to try that one.
Do you like coconut?
It was like a fruity, like coconut type flavor, right?
Yeah, it's strawberry, pineapple, and coconut. And like most people are like, oh, coconut, you know, but it's not too strong. Like it's the right amount.
Yeah. I do like coconut, but I don't know. That flavor just seems interesting. Like I feel like it's so weird. I'll look at like the label on the, like I almost go off the way the label looks on the tub.
Yeah.
And like that's like it's worked for me. Like clickbait, I love the label. And there's no description on it. Like, oh, it tastes like this. Like clickbait is just this random flavor, essentially.
Yeah.
And I got that, and that's till this day is my favorite flavor.
Yeah, I really like Miami Nights. It's my favorite one right now. And I really hope they make a can. So I think it would look really cool as a can.
The cans, so what do you like better, making your own drink or just drinking the cans?
It honestly just depends. Like today I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna make some powder. But the thing with the cans is it's such a commitment because there's so much caffeine in it, you know? Like you really have to like watch how much you drink or else you're just gonna be like wired, you know?
Oh, they're stronger.
They're 300 milligrams of caffeine in a can.
Oh my god!
So it's like a bang, yeah. Whereas the powder's 150.
Yeah, that's a commitment drinking that whole thing.
Yeah, like I don't think they can even sell it in certain countries because it's like over their limit for energy drinks.
Oh, I hate Bang.
I've yet to find one that I thought tasted good.
Yeah. It just tastes wrong. Like it's like this is poison.
And I get it tastes like chemicals. Yeah,
it really does.
A lot of those other energy drinks do. They taste like chemicals, and so like that's why I've liked how G Fuel tastes more like a natural thing. You know, because it uses more organic ingredients than those other energy drinks.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know if you've heard about the whole lead controversy.
Yes. Yep. I've had some
Yeah.
people comment like, "Oh, there's lead in it." But there's lead in everything.
There's
Literally, the water that we're drinking out of our tap,
there,
unfortunately, has lead. You know,
yeah.
unless you have like an ionizer or, you know, some crazy filtration system that, like, you know, or what's that oxidation processor? I forget what
Reverse
it's called.
osmosis. I don't know.
Reverse osmosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless you're like really, you know, taking care of your water, you're probably drinking lead.
Yeah. I think there's more lead in an apple, if I'm not mistaken, than there is in a
Yeah.
serving of G Fuel powder.
I think they just have to put that on there just as like,
California. It was because of
yeah,
California.
it's just a rule. They just have
Yeah.
to, you know, say there could be lead in here, you know.
But I mean, I lived in California for 4 years, and I mean, you go everywhere, and there's like Starbucks. You walk into a Starbucks, and there's signs everywhere. Proposition, whatever it is, 64. You know, that ingredients used in the food here could cause cancer. It's just like what the everything.
I just like the fact that like I can mix flavors and stuff. I'm always like
Mhm.
mixing up different flavors, trying to figure out, you know, what the best like proportions are of each flavor. It's like
Yeah,
G Fuel is just fun, man. And it
yeah,
really does give you energy. Like it's like some people just think it's like, oh, it's just like some cool Kool-Aid. It's
yeah.
actually gives you energy. Like it's sweet.
The comments, man.
Yeah.
I'll have like I'll look at their profile just to be like, okay, is this person like serious or is it just like some kid trolling? And it'll be like some dude with his wife in his profile picture, like some married guy, right? And he'll be like, bro, stop pushing this overpriced Gatorade to these kids. And I'm like, bro, first off, like not everybody in here is a kid. Don't get me wrong, there's kids, but those are the ones that I recommend like the hydration formula to, because you know
Right,
I'm not
exactly.
going to be telling them to get wired on caffeine. Like I'm not trying to have somebody go to the
Same
hospital.
here.
Uh,
Yeah.
but overpriced Gatorade, man. I'm like, what? It's 40 servings for $36 if you pay full price. Like that's less than $1 a
It's
serving.
inexpensive.
A
It really
Gatorade is
is.
like a Gatorade's like $1.50 or something like that. You know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
it's not, man. They just
It's
don't
not the
get it.
same at all. And it doesn't give you energy. So
Yeah, Gatorade does not. Yeah, it's just
Gatorade
electrolytes.
for sure does not hydrate you. I feel like whenever I'm drinking Gatorade, I like need I like I'm less hydrated. It's so
So
weird.
that's the thing is like Gatorade and Powerade, they were meant for athletes who are burning so many calories that they literally just need sugar water to help
Yeah.
like keep them going. It's not meant for the
Yeah.
average person sitting down playing video games to just be pounded
True.
sugar. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny, dude.
So
Um
I was gonna ask you, you know, to keep the conversation going. Besides the content creation and stuff like that, do you have a job outside of that, or are you full time with all this stuff?
I yeah, this is my full-time job right
That's
now.
awesome, dude.
You know, I'm living, you know, modestly. I'm not like um rich by any means, but yeah, man, I'm trying to make it work. I really don't I feel like going back to a job right now would just be giving up on myself, and like the second I get a job, it's like I'm telling myself that I can't do this. Like I
Mhm.
can't be a full-time creator, so I refuse to go back to like the 9 to 5. I used to be a carpenter for like 3 years. I was like the bitch boy, like, you know, doing like like carrying all the heavy wood. Like I was not doing any of the good stuff. All the dirty work is what I was doing.
Yeah.
And there was no way I was going to advance in this company. It was just like one day I didn't even like have a backup plan. I was actually filming for my boy Hammy TV. I don't know, you've probably seen some of his videos on the For You page before with him and his girlfriend, but
Sounds
I
familiar.
was I was filming for him, and that was like kind of like my side hustle and stuff. But yeah, that's all I had when I quit my job. It's like, dude, I told my boss I can't do this anymore, and I just never went back.
Mhm. Yeah, well, good for you, man. Like, there's not very many people who can say that they're fully committed to it like that, and I definitely
Yeah.
feel like just thinking about like, you know, if I didn't do this or I didn't do that, then I would have to go get a real job is like enough motivation for me at
Right.
least to keep me
Right.
like going, you know.
Right.
Um, but it the content creation and stuff like that has definitely become something that I would like it to be more of like my side hustle, because then it's like I'm putting out content because I want to, and so that's why I'm I'm going pretty much all in with the acting, and we'll see how it goes. And I know it's one of those things. That's what I'm trying
to figure out as well. It's funny that you say that. I'm trying to figure out how I can kind of just like make content creation a side hustle as well, because like honestly I don't even really care about like spotlight and all that, like fame and all that type of stuff. If anything, I would not like to have, to be like famous and stuff. Like I don't even want fame. I just want to have a good source of income doing what I like. That's my main goal. I just want to be doing what I want to do whenever I want to do it and making money from it. You know what I mean? I just want to be able to survive off that. So that's my main motivation. I got to figure out like what type of brand I want to make, but for now, I'm cool with like content creation being my main gig, but acting would be cool though. Cause like I kind of do acting. Like I make these skits, I make these characters and stuff. Like I think that would be very fitting for like the person I am, but maybe I will do some experiment more with like acting, outside of TikTok and stuff. Like maybe I'll do some like acting classes and stuff, but I don't know. I got to think about that.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people since I started being open about the acting stuff. They'll say like, "Oh, you're a terrible actor," and this and that. And then I really want to make a TikTok next time somebody like comments something like that, where it's just me like super boring, monotone, like totally staged video, just showing like how bad it would be if I wasn't trying,
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting. Like if my wife came in and was like, "Hey babe," and I'm like, "Hey wife," like, like just super stupid, like cringy.
TikTok actors be like,
yeah. Cause I don't know if you like, I'll sit there and scroll through the For You page and I'm like, fake. Like if something comes off as super fake and staged, I just can't watch it because I'm like, it doesn't feel genuine. Like, don't get me wrong, a lot of my stuff is staged and stuff like that, but there's real emotion and like real things that are going on, and we're just, doing it in a way that we can film it. But some of the, like, there's another couple that I recently followed who's like, how did I not see these people? Because they've like blown up. They have like 10 million followers. They're nominated for some, like, I think it's like TikTok couple of the year or something like that. And I watched it's crazy. I didn't even know that was a thing. I watched their videos, and a lot of it is their son. Their son will like say something super rude to the parents, like I can't remember, but like it's all funny, and then the dad's like giggling with the kid, and the mom's all like, "What the hell," And I'm like, it's got to be weird for that kid. Because it literally
like all that spotlight,
Well, no, I'm not saying even that. It's just like that kid is obviously being told what to do and say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like
it's not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously fake, and so I'm like, I wonder how these people are in real life. Like
that's the weird thing about TikTok, dude. It's just like, once you find that like little type of video that like goes viral, it's hard not to just keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I do it all the time. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. Like that's all TikTok is, kind of like, as a creator, you're just trying to find that hot, that hot little trend that works on your page, and you just hammer it in get as many views until you've ran it dry.
They come up with something new. Yeah, back to the
come up with something new, dude. It's weird. It's kind of weird how the algorithm kind of controls like what kind of content you make. But I don't know, man. I kind of want to get away from that, but like maybe do like those type of videos like 3 times or maybe 4 times a week, and then like in between do the stuff that like, I don't know, I just want to test.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I've always made sure to do a video here and there that's like totally real, like me just talking about something or answering a comment. Like they've asked about like why because we always talk about how we can't do certain things until we get a house, like what's the point of spending a bunch of money on something that like, we're just going to move and all that stuff. And they're like, well, why can't you get a house? Like you're going to Disney World, but you can't get a house. And like, I always have to explain that as a self-employed business owner, because that's technically what I am, you have to have 2 years of tax history to qualify for a home loan. Or like I don't know if it's a home loan specifically or just the VA loan. Because with the VA loan, I don't have to put anything down and I still get like the best interest rate possible. But yeah, I have to have 2 years of tax history doing all this stuff for it to count as actual income. And they don't understand that. They think it's just like, oh, you must be broke, And it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm not rich, but I'm not broke. It's just, I'm doing what I can, I would love to buy a house right now, but I can't.
Exactly. Exactly. You can't, like, unless you have like whatever tax information, like it's easy like when you're working a 9 to 5 because you get like a W-2 and all that, but it's so much different when you're like an entrepreneur, like doing taxes sucks. I hate that stuff.
It blows, man.
It really is just like every time it comes around, it just like puts me in a bad mood.
Yeah, if you don't,
I can't wait till I eventually have like someone doing that for me. Like I do it by myself. Like I do it all myself. Like recording all that, all the necessary information and stuff, tracking all my expenses. It's like, I don't want to do this stuff.
Yeah, it's very tedious. It's not fun to do. But I mean, if you don't keep track of stuff, that'll easily bite you in the ass when tax season comes. And if you don't put like 30% of what you make away, like you're gonna be like, oh, so like, where am I gonna get this money from?
Where is this money gonna come from? Yeah, I feel you, bro.
Yeah,
have you? Oh, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good. What were you gonna say?
Dude, I've been getting into NFTs. I was just gonna ask you if you've been looking around or like purchased any or
I haven't looked into NFTs too much, but as soon as I see Gary V pop up on my YouTube recommended saying, like NFTs are the future, like don't sleep on them, get in now or whatever, I'm like, maybe I gotta look into it. So I haven't yet, but I know I need to. I have invested pretty heavily into crypto though. So
yes,
I got a lot of money in crypto.
You, man. That's, dude, I have more crypto than I have actual money. Like that's who knows? It could fall off. This isn't financial advice, but my personal opinion is fiat currency will die one day. It's going to be worth zero at some point. Like look at the value of the dollar, whatever, back in the early 1900s and compare that what that same dollar can get you today.
Yeah.
Can't get you shit. And
I mean,
crypto, new technology, it's just like once it gets incorporated into the banks, and I feel like crypto is just getting started, man.
I 100% think so.
Like you even have like a little bag in crypto, and the right cryptos like Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever, Cardano, whatever, those ones that are going to be around in 10 years, and you get in now, we could be rich. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
I'm very heavily invested in Ethereum.
Nice.
I bought into Ethereum when it was at a low of like $2,000, and so I'm just looking at it, I'm like, there was that big crash that happened like a week ago or something, and I was like, oh no, and then I was like, why am I stressing out? I'm not like a short-term investor,
Right.
It's back up. It's going back up. It's at like 3,600 right now. But
I've been like dollar cost averaging in, but I'm just
good.
waiting. I'm kind of saving my money, my cash for when the next bear market comes. Because that's really the only time you really need to focus.
Yeah, for real.
Because when everyone's selling that shit and everything's just dropping like crazy, it's like, this is my chance, man. We might have to wait 5 years for it to like, see some good, turnaround, but it's going to be worth it, bro.
I mean, it's really, nobody knows anything about crypto's future.
But that's how I feel.
I've seen these crypto analysts and like stock market analysts try to figure it out, and their predictions are wild, man. They say Ethereum in like 10 years could be worth I think it was like by 2030 could be worth anywhere from like 20 grand to like 100 grand. And if it's 100 grand a coin, I'm gonna be a multi-millionaire, dude. Like that's crazy. I'm just gonna set it and forget it, man.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, man. And like to think about like Shiba Inu, all these crazy like shit coins and shit.
The sketchy ones, yeah.
I kind of want to. I'm interested to find that next one. Like, just put like $50 in. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? And just say like, set it and forget it. If I lose it, whatever. It's
yeah.
$50, dude.
The only reason why I don't is because that's like that takes a lot of time to go on the forums and like see what everybody's planning to pump and dump. You know, like that's a lot of it's a lot of time.
Right.
And then like
It
if
could
you
take time, but
and if you miss it, that's money you never get back because like that coin never goes back up once they like forget about it. You know, poo poo coin or whatever it's called.
True coin.
Yeah.
Oh man,
it's crazy, man. I'm just right now. I just tell my wife because you know how it is with content creation. Like your income fluctuates like crazy.
Yeah.
And so anytime I have a month where it's like down a little bit from like what it normally is, I just tell the wife, I'm like, as long as I don't have to touch my crypto, we're good. Like I just don't want to touch my crypto. Like you know, but I know it's there.
That's just locked in the safe, the digital safe. You just never touch it. I'm never selling, like, hopefully the crypto that I own today, I won't even have to exchange it into USD. I'll literally just be spending it. Like, oh, I want to buy whatever, a car with this. Okay, here's point something Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I envision for crypto. And that's like, once we're doing that, I'll never go back to cash. Like, screw it. I don't even trust these banks and stuff. Like, screw them. Like, I want to hold my money in my personal wallet and not have anyone touching it but me, you know?
Yeah. Well, the government's trying to figure out how to get in on it. Like, they're coming out with Fed
Of course
coin.
they are. Of course they are.
Yeah. So I don't know how they're going to manage to make, like, I don't know what, they would have to do something pretty wild to get people to invest in Fed coin, you know? Because it's like, it totally defeats the purpose of crypto. To invest in like a federal version of it where like they regulate it and stuff, you know?
That's basically what XRP is. Like, that's going to be like the bank coin. But I don't know. I don't really support. I think that you could probably make a good amount of money on XRP, but
my brother-in-law
that goes against like everything I support. Like I like crypto because it's like getting away from the banks. I don't want it to be like, I don't want banks to be a part of crypto. I like decentralized, like private, like just blockchain. Banks are not involved. That's what I think. That's why I got into crypto, is to get away from banks.
I think it's really interesting that like we can see when large amount of cryptos are moved, but we don't know who it is. You know, it's interesting to speculate because when some crazy amount of Dogecoin was sold, everybody was like, it had to be Elon Musk. You know, like he had to have sold.
Wondering who had, oh my gosh. Yeah, this wallet ID just bought like 300 Bitcoin. It's like, holy shit, that must be crazy to have that much money.
Yeah, I mean, when people, it's crazy when you see somebody sell so much of a crypto that it affects the price, you know?
Right?
Yeah, that's wild.
That's insane. And it's also kind of scary that there's people out there, those whales, that have that much influence in the market that they could just sell their bag, and it's like, what happens to all us that are caught holding the bag, you know? But I don't know. I feel like people, they're gonna, you know, take profits here and there, but I think Bitcoin and Ethereum, like, people are in there for the long run.
Yeah, I haven't really
messed with, like, trading it here and there, but
yeah, because you can just exchange it, and if you exchange it, then you don't pay taxes on it yet. So it's like important to not cash out.
Right.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I haven't messed with too much Bitcoin just because it's so expensive. You know.
Yeah.
I did mess with Dogecoin a little bit, and I made some money on that. But I sold way too early on that. But I got in so early that it didn't matter. Like there was people who bought in when I sold, and then they made nothing. You know. So I can't complain there. I think I made like $1,500 or something off of Dogecoin.
I had a chance, and like I hate like pump and dump type coins like that. So I just never got in. I had a chance to, you know, I could have made thousands, maybe tens of thousands, if I had gone in when I was thinking about getting in. But it's kind of weird to think about that. But
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like the next thing is NFTs. That's kind of why I'm like doing more research about it, and you know, just looking at the new projects coming out, like hearing their story, what they're trying to do, and eventually, I think gaming and NFTs is just going to be like the future of like, well, gaming. Like, you know, you have this item, this very rare item, and it's like an NFT in this game, and you could sell that for real world money. You know what I mean? You're grinding this game, say it's New World, and you get this rare crystal sword or something,
Yeah.
and like no one else can get that crystal sword, and it's like an NFT. It's like a digital asset. Like I think that could be crazy with gaming, and it's eventually going to happen. So it's exciting, like to think about that.
Yeah, I definitely got to look into NFTs more.
Yeah.
But
We're so early, so
dude,
we don't know what's going to happen with it.
yeah, who knows? Dude, it's funny hearing those stories where it's like some guy bought a couple of pizzas with Bitcoin, and if he hadn't and he had kept them, he would be worth like $100 million or something, you know? That's crazy.
That story boggles my mind to this day.
Yeah, I heard another one where
That's
somebody
like,
bought like a used car with crypto, with Bitcoin.
or the guy that lost his like hard drive or whatever with like whatever 20 Bitcoin on it or something.
Yeah.
And he's searching like a like a junkyard or whatever for the thing. Oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's so many years ago, or not so many years ago, but like, you know, whatever, 10 years ago almost. It's just like you invest in this thing that's nothing, you know, who knows what's going to happen? You just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I still think we're early though. Like you think about the market cap and stuff of even Bitcoin and just the whole crypto market. And then you think about like how much money is in gold and like Apple and all that. Like if we can just get to that, crypto is gonna blow up. Like if we can get to that. Like,
I mean, dude, there's so many factors. Like all it takes is
right.
Amazon to start accepting crypto as payment, and it'll blow up. Banks start recognizing
right.
it, and you can exchange it.
Right.
And that's, yeah, I mean, that's pretty crazy. Because
we're pretty damn close. We're pretty damn close too.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw, like, did you see why crypto tanked and then went back up? Did you see what happened?
No, what?
So,
well, I probably do, but yeah, what are you talking about?
So the big tank that happened like a week or two ago was because China like pretty much made it illegal to use crypto.
The ban on crypto.
Yeah. And it's funny because it's like they literally can't ban it. Like it's almost impossible to truly ban crypto because like all you have to do is get access to it and nobody can track it, you know? So that's interesting. And then the reason it went back up is because there's like Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs that they're talking about making, where it's literally like investing in it without truly like buying it.
Owning it, yeah, right.
Yeah, so it'd be like the stock market way of messing with crypto for like the stock market people. And so that they're hoping that stuff's going to be approved by the end of this month. And if that happens, it's going to explode and we might have like, you know, $6-7 grand Ethereum by the end of the year. We'll see.
I know. I'm like, there's all these predictions how high it could go before you know the end of the bull market, but it's exciting to think of where it could go. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just more excited of how low it can go for the bear market.
Because you can buy more.
That's really all I care about.
Yeah.
That's literally all I care about. Because like I hate buying in when it's like running up.
Oh yeah, that's
like,
it's the worst time to buy.
I don't even think about that. Yeah, I don't even think about buying.
That's FOMO, right? Fear of missing out.
That's what I did. That's what I did back in the last time. Like I was getting into it in like 2017, and like I saw it. I forget like what the exact price was, but it was running up past like 7,000 or something. I was like, oh my god, I need to get in this now. Like it's probably gonna go to like 100K, and then before I know it, like I get some, and it's like, oh, here comes the bear market. So it's like now I'm educated more, and I know what I'm, you know, kind of know what I'm doing now. So I'm just gonna wait for all that hype to die down and all the fear to come in, and everyone starts selling, and then that's when I'm gonna get in. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm curious to see because there's kind of like a season to it right now with the way that crypto is. So like right now I think they call it like Uptober. Because crypto always goes up in October or something like that. So we'll see. Seems like
We'll see
everything's
what
lining
happens
up.
exactly.
I know like Ethereum is they're supposed to move to that Ethereum 2.0. So like, and I don't even understand that. Like that goes way beyond like my understanding of crypto, like what they're doing to it.
I'm actually staking like some and waiting for it to turn into Ethereum 2.0. So it's like, I'm glad at least that's locked up and I'm like earning Ethereum off it. But what the heck does that even mean? Ethereum 2.0? Is that like a different, like, is it going to be a completely different currency? Like, I don't know.
I think it's just like, because they're the same price. But from my understanding, it's going to be considered the same thing. It's just they're doing like an overall overhaul of how the coin works and how the gas fees work and stuff like that. So I don't think
that shit's getting out of control. Gas fees are insane.
Yeah, you buy like one Ethereum and it costs like $40 or something like that. Right now.
Yeah, it's so big and they're so like NFTs and Ethereum are so tied together that it's just like everyone's hopping in. That's why the gas fees are so high. But yeah, if they can figure out how to lower the gas fees and just make everything more streamlined and like work smoother, who knows how high it could go.
Yeah.
I think there's more hope in Ethereum than Bitcoin, honestly.
Well, I think the thing is Bitcoin,
well, store of value, like it's like Bitcoin is just like you buy it, like Ethereum is more of a currency, whereas Bitcoin is just like, you know, you buy it, it's like gold, you know, it's like you just hold it.
Bitcoin is like the digital gold, and they say Ethereum is like digital oil because you can use it to do stuff with, you know. So that it's interesting. My apologies, everyone. Big apology to D-Lane Arts. I do not know what happened, but around the hour 16-minute mark of this podcast, the audio got scuffed. So the last hour and 40 minutes or so, the podcast sounded garbled and robotic. I tried to figure out how to fix it. Couldn't find any way to salvage the audio, but I'll definitely look into it and try to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I'll definitely have to try and see if I can get D-Lane Arts again in the near future. But yeah, that's the end of the podcast. Sorry, everyone.